What's up everyone, I'm Zionite, and today I'm bringing you guys my current Magicka Sorcerer build that I've been running around with in open world Cyrodiil. This build is also on my previous video. If you'd like to check it out, link will be in the description. It is a PvP video for the Magicka Sorcerer. But let's go ahead and hop right into the build. Now, first thing I want to note is there is one better way to run this build, and I'll go further into that when I explain the sets. So let me start explaining the sets. It is going to be Shackle Breaker, Lich, and one piece Grothar. And right now I am running Shackle Breaker on both bars for my staves, and Lich on the jewelry. This should all be spell damage. If you find yourself to have less sustain, whether it be with stamina or magicka, you can make those changes accordingly. But the better way to run this build would be if you had a Lich Resto staff and then a VMA Inferno sharpened staff on the front bar. That'd probably be the best way to run it, because you'll be getting that extra 186, 189, whatever it is, spell damage, and then you'll still be able to proc Lich on the back bar. But I don't have those two staves, so if you don't have those two staves, don't worry, you can still do this. You're not losing that much damage in the long run, but if you really want to be min-maxed, you can go ahead and get those staves. So all my traits are going to be end pen, and I usually fight outnumbered, so end pen is usually the way to go for me. I prefer it. If you want to, you could do 3 infuse and the rest end pen, but it's totally up to you. I just prefer all end pen. Now, as for our stats, let's go and get into that. We have almost 12k stamina, so that's fairly decent. 19k maximum health, and this is the back bar, so about 37k maximum magicka. Now, note that this is without any Undaunted. I have yet to get my Undaunted maxed, so I'm sitting at 0 out of 2 for that. And for the front bar, I'm gonna hop into it. It's same stam, same health. Magicka goes up to about 39k. That's because we're running Inner Light. Now, I don't have the 2 out of 2 for this passive, so I am losing 1%. So if you got maxed out Mage's Guild and you run Meteor on the front bar, you can be hitting well over 40k magicka, and especially with Undaunted, you'll be way over 40k magicka. So it's good to know that I am in all light. When I do get Undaunted max, I will be in 5-1-1, though. That'd be the best way to do it. In our region, magicka region is gonna be pretty much the same on both bars. 2057 on the front and 2045 on the back. It'll be a little bit higher on the front bar if we have that extra point for Mage's Guild, but we do not. And then our stamina recovery, both bars, is 1145. And I do run the Serpent with this build, so if you find yourself needing more stamina recovery, you can put like a stamina recovery glyph on if you really have to. But that shouldn't be a problem, especially next patch, because they're buffing the Serpent and Natro to give you more regen. And I also do run tripods, so stamina recovery does get boosted by that, which is nice. Our spell crits, it's about 42%, so that's fairly decent on the front bar. And on the back bar, it's 32%, because it doesn't really matter on the back bar at all. Our spell damage unbuffed is 2099. Buffed up, it sits at about 2496, about 2500. If we had a VMA Destro Inferno, it'd probably be about 2700-ish, around there. It'd be really close, if not more. Resistances, they're not going to be the greatest, because remember, we are a Magicka Sorcerer. But what I like to do, I like to, whenever especially I'm kiting, I'll throw a Boundless Storm, and then use the resistances with Boundless Storm. I love Boundless Storm because it gives you that protection, just as your shields go down, so they hit you for less, and you get that movement speed when kiting. You should be a vampire with this build, because the stamina and magicka region is pretty crucial. Run Witch Mothers. This is going to be the best food for you to be running with this build, because I've tried dual food, tri-food, whatever. It's just not as good as Witch Mothers, and Witch Mothers goes so good with Shackle, so you can still keep a decent amount of stamina while running Witch Mothers, which is really nice. But good thing to note is your health. If you have 2 out of 2 Undaunted, your health will be higher than this. It'll be sitting over 20k, so that's a really nice threshold for Magicka Sorcerer. And your stamina will be hitting well over 12k, probably almost 13k, if not more. Could even be 14k, I don't know. I have yet to see what my values actually go up to. But for the skills, we are running Crushing Shock, Endless Fury, Crystal Fragments, Haunting Curse, excuse me, Inner Light, Dawnbreaker Smiting. Now you can swap Dawnbreaker Smiting out for Dustro Staff if you want to. I usually run this whenever I'm running with either 2 more people or whatever. I'll put Dustro Staff on it because it's really good. It's really nice combo with other people running like Meteor and shit. So on the back bar, we are running Healing Ward, Harness of Magicka, Power Surge, Ball of Lightning. You can probably switch this to Streak. I just haven't yet, ever since they put out this patch. But Streak would probably be better now. Let's just say it is better now. Harden Ward and Overload. On our Overload bar, we are running Boundless Storm, Dark Conversion, Daedric Minefield, Ball of Lightning, which should be Streak, and Harden Ward. And the reason why I run this the way I run it on my Overload bar is because this is pretty much a kiting bar. Like, if I find myself, like, seeing a shit ton of people over there, I'll just, you know, quickly buff up, throw it out my Overload, Streak, Boundless Storm, and then if I need to, I can Dark Conversion as well. And if I need to get some defense on, I have Harden Ward there just in case I do get caught. So yeah, that's really why I like my Overload bar, because it's really nice kiting bar for me. It's just how I like to play. But yeah. Now, the reason why I run Dark Conversion on my Overload bar is maybe because this build is built around not relying on Dark Conversion. This build's built just to get your regen really high up, and the Dark Conversion is there just in case if you need that extra bit of Magicka. So you're not really relying on Dark Conversion that too much. That's why I run on my Overload bar. But let me go ahead and proc my frags real quick and show you that. There we go, so this is the proc tooltip, 15,306. Now remember, this will go up a lot more if you have all your Mage's Guild passives and you have Undaunted. I'd say that'd be sitting at well over 1550. And then with the VMA staff, you should be sitting at about 16,000 tooltip. So you can hit pretty damn hard at this build. Let me go ahead and proc my Lich, and I will show you guys my Magicka regen real quick. Now, what I really like about Lich is it's really nice when you're kiting away because you get about like 5k regen with continuous attack. So without continuous attack, we sit at 4177, so about 4200. That's really good. You can get a lot of streaks off with that, as you can see. Your Magicka just keeps regenerating, and then if you have to, then you can just start Dark Conversioning if you need even more Magicka. Just remember, don't streak too many times in a row, kind of be smart about it. But yeah, with the pot, without Lich, it sits at about 2300. So with continuous attack though, it's about 5,000 regen, and our stamina regen with continuous attack is about 1400. So definitely worth getting continuous attack with this build, definitely. Make sure to run tripods again. These are gonna help a lot. Just by the way this build's built, there's no other better pot than tripods for this build. If you don't want to use tripods, if you want to use like spell power, spell crit, max Magicka return, I would say look into Cody's build, because his build it combos really nice with that pot, since he has a lot of stamina regen, so he doesn't really need the the stamina part from a tripod. But yeah, go ahead and check that one out if you prefer that kind of build. For the CP, fairly simple: 56 into Warlord, 27 into Mooncalf, 64 into Arcanist, 7 into Tenacity, 28 into Tumbling, 28 into Shadow Ward. I tried to take the 7 out of Tenacity and try to find somewhere else to put it, but I didn't have enough time to like fully, find a proper way to put it somewhere without getting diminished returns. So if you want to, you can go ahead and move this 7 somewhere else to see if you prefer it somewhere else. 61 to Elfborn for the crit damage, 64 into Elemental Expert, 19 into Spell Erosion, 66 into Master at Arms. We have 48 into Ironclad, 13 into Thick Skinned, 49 into Hardy, 49 into Elemental Defender, and 51 into Bastion. Now make sure with this build, it is very important that you have to be running the Serpent. I tried running the Atronach just to see how it was, and stamina regen is so crucial in a Magicka Sorc that you need that Serpent in order to properly keep your stam at a decent amount, because you should be rolling a lot. Like if you're trying to solo play as a Magicka Sorc, you will notice that you have to roll a lot, and Dark Conversion, it uses stam, so having that extra stam regen is extremely nice. But yeah, that pretty much does it for the build. There's nothing else I can really think of about this build to mention, besides just run a weapon spell damage enchant on the back bar, and that carries over to the front bar. And I prefer Oblivion damage on my front bar for the damage. But yeah, other than that, go and try the build if you want to try it out. There's many different ways you can combine sets this patch, so builds are pretty much endless this patch. But thank you for watching the video. If you have any suggestions, comments, anything at all, just let me know, and I'll surely get back to it. Thank you for watching.